A couple of weeks ago, Governor Whitmer gave her State of the State address and spent quite a bit of time talking about electric vehicles. In fact, her address originated at Detroit Diesel, surrounded by electric semis. We talked to her as well about the promise that this building and this campus now hold. When this idea of redoing this building was first announced, it seemed to be one thing. It seems to me and to a lot of people here today that every time you turn around, it gets a little bit bigger.
It's exciting. I mean, it started with a vision, and Bill Ford shared his vision earlier, but it really has grown to be something that's much more inclusive and I think forward thinking. It's not just refurbishing an old, beautiful building. It's really making this a place where innovation happens and making it accessible. He was telling me earlier, he listened to a lot of the community members in the early iterations of this and how it was important to have a couple of different entrances so that it wasn't, just facing one way, that it's inclusive in a place where many can find their home. And so it's really cool.
The talent is the buzzword in business right now. What does it mean to you that Google is now a part of this and talking about things like computer science training for high schoolers and on and on?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I got to tell you, as we're selling Michigan, right, to Michigan companies to grow and expand here, or to other companies to look to Michigan as a place to make an investment, to build a business, the first question is, what about the workforce, right? Obviously, there are lots of policies that play into that decision, but workforce is front and center. And that's why I set our state goal at 60 by 30 when I gave my first State of the State all those years ago. It really is about upskilling our workforce. And so this partnership with Google will create opportunities for Detroit students to get into good paying jobs where the future of mobility is going to be created here. There's going to be a talent pipeline right here because of this partnership.
What do you see as the hurdle right now? You talked about electric vehicles in your State of the State address 2 weeks ago. It's clearly mobility is the focus here, and yet you got a lot of naysayers. What is it going to take to get people to sort of, I guess, jump the transom and accept? In fact, there's still a lot of pushback on autonomous driving. A lot of people don't want to really give that up from their lives. Where's our crisis of imagination on this?
Well, here's the thing. There's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be naysayers. We can't let closed minds dictate where we are headed. We have to bring the problem solvers to the table, people that want to make Michigan a leader, whether it's in mobility or it is in future technology or it is, solving the world's problems. We have to be nimble. We have to have skills. We have to be forward thinking and willing to take risks. None of this is a given. We cannot assume we're always going to maintain the lead in mobility. We've been so fortunate to have been the leaders, but we can't take that for granted. We have to invest. We have to take some risk, and we have to work together to meet this moment and to realize the potential.
Lastly, everything that happens here needs support and backstop on the other side. For instance, the electric grid is clearly going to have to be what it needs to be. Our roads are going to have to be maybe rethought. How do you then support what's happening here so that it doesn't just happen in a bubble and can actually be carried out?
I think that's why, the autonomous parking garage that we've been working on, the self-charging roads. People often hear these announcements and they're like, what is that? That's like so futuristic. No, that's now. And the world's taking notice that we are moving forward. We're putting great ideas, innovation as the center. It's not just about mobility as we think about automobiles. This is about the future of our economy, the way that we are going to lead in technology. Of course, mobility is a part of it. It's a huge part of it. But it is so much bigger than just that.
As someone who is not a native Detroiter, I really can't say that I'm connected to the past glories of this building. I don't really have them in my recall, but it's really hard not to be excited about the future here. And I love the fact that they're now calling this campus Michigan Central, because if that promise is met, it'll be central to Michigan indeed.